to play something a little more aggressive than what we've been playing, but like not totally aggressive. Like this is somewhere in between mid-range and aggro. Don't actually know which way to phrase it. But we've played some black-white decks in the past, and I just basically, gotta be honest, didn't put a super large amount of thought into it. Just updated my previous build. I got rid of the Karns because they never impress, and I think a Johnny might actually be better. Don't know if I actually think a Johnny is good, by the way. I just think it might be better than Karn in this style deck. And then we got rid of the Glint Siphoners that we were playing before, mainly because the Effer hubs had been really, really bad. And so I wanted to cut the Effer hubs, and we're going to try Scrap Heap Scrounger, which doesn't block and could be a problem, but there's been so much Grixis and stuff going around that hopefully that won't be an issue. I've not saw any blue-white control decks. I've not got paired versus... I might have got paired versus one total since the M19's been dropped, so like... I've removed some of the Doomfalls and stuff from the deck as well, but we do have cards like Rune Raider and Bloodfast Duress and Scrap Heap Scrounger, so hopefully those matches won't be terrible, though I do expect that if we get paired versus heavy control decks, we're going to have a serious issue. I'm not sure how this deck will do versus the Bolus decks either. The red removal is going to be really good versus this deck, whereas like you were pretty fine with this deck versus the black. How do you say it? The black. Shoot. Why am I too dumb to talk? The blue-black mid-range decks. Alright, well, this hand's exactly what we want. Hopefully we hit a land, but other than that, curving Knight into history into Johnny, being on the play would have been great, but like this is 100% what we want when we build the deck. And he's even showing us a plane, so playing Knight of Malice is kind of sweet. If they're playing the mono-white life-gainy deck, we'll have a problem, probably. Like it does some really impressive things. At some point, it would be nice if we stopped drawing lands, but it's not the end of the world if we don't. That one doesn't really block here. Oh wow. So we're playing a monument deck. That could be a big issue. You can kind of go crazy with monuments. I think I'm actually just going to lead with this one then. That way I can get an attack in this turn. Should, in most cases, be able to block as well. Though, I'm pretty sure I would just let a Johnny take 2 damage here. Mentor. And it seems like they're missing a land. So they may be far, far too slow here. But they may not be too. Probably need to kill the Mentor. And I guess they don't have mana to really leverage it right now. So they'd have to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they just can't kill that. So we're going to put it on these 2. Then we're going to party like it's 1991. They have a lot of double block opportunities that they can spend here. They can put like the Mentor and Burglar over on the other guy if they want. They chose not to. Not sure about that. I probably should have played the Deadlands here in case I drew a Sheffet Dunes. Well, they were missing the land drop originally, so I wasn't going to play around something like that when they're missing the land drop. But you're right. Maybe I should do something like that. Our deck can't really not overextend into it though, because if they have Dustodon, they can rebuild so much better than we can. Really? You're attacking. Like, they just rebuild so much better that if they have Dustodon, I don't know if we can beat it. By the way, hey, hello, Booty Ravenger, welcome back. Just attacking with all. They don't have any blocks here that's not completely chump blocks. We can get rid of a blocker next turn, or we can buy back a Scrap Heap Scrounger. Remove all counters from target creature. It can't have counters. Target opponent loses all counters. So they can remove some counters from one of our bros, but we still have 5 attackers. And the mono white deck looks kind of sweet. Definitely. Oh, cool. It actually tells you on the card. I expected Moto not to show me that. Alright, so this has to be good here. Unfortunately, we're only running 1 Plague Mare. At the last minute, we cut a Plague Mare. If decks like this are going to be in the format, we're going to want the second Plague Mare. And at the last second, I cut the Plague Mare out of my sideboard for another cast down and added a 4th Scrap Heap Scrounger to the main deck. But I don't know if all of that was worth it. It's just what we did. I just don't know if killing his creatures are worth it either. Kind of want these things, but I definitely want these things. There's nothing that I really want to sideboard out. Maybe we can sideboard out Scrap Heap Scroungers in a match like this. We're 100% playing this card. And we're 100% playing this card. Hey, Juka, what's up? I think I'm still playing this one, and I think I want this one. Maybe the 2 Angels aren't good enough. They're like good versus cast downs and stuff. I don't know. The Angels are probably good enough. Really? Is only one of my decks working? Oh. What the hell? So, that's kind of weird. Huh. That's weird. I think I'm going to shave one of these on the draw, and I'm going to shave this. No, I don't want to shave this. I like that card too much. I want to shave one of these for the cheaper removal. Juka, ship it to me in a go to well, I'll just type it. Sorry guys, I'm answering. We got to keep this hand. Tools, my decks. Should be 3, but go there and just make the deck and send it to me, and I'm not promising I'll play it, but we'll talk about playing it at some point. That was a good draw. Now I can hold up the Fatal Push. We have the Plague Mare this game too, which could be really nice. Would love to hit a Knight. That's not a Knight. Just post it on Goldfish and we'll talk about it, especially if it looks reasonable. So he missed with this last time. Is he going to miss this time? He did not miss this time. He gets to run it back. That's pretty nice for him. We drew another land. Land every draw step. That's exactly where we want to be. They've played that now. And then they missed. Oh, those have vigilance. I don't know why, but I glossed over that in my mind. I think most people want to see me not succeed. They like to suggest the worst decks possible just because they're cool and they don't want me to win. Like earlier tonight, I basically went 0-5, but I had like 40-some viewers. 40-some viewers with only a 5-man host, which is like kind of wild. Wait, I guess I'm just taking 6. We have histories going off the next 2 turns, and that just has to be better than this. Rip. That's unfortunate. Huh. I played a Plaguemare pre-combat. They don't have very good blocks. They can't ever block this, which is kind of nice. They can, like, cast out it or some craziness. I thought about saving this because of Angel of Invention. And, like, maybe that would have been a better play overall. Where we drew to Vraska's Contempt, that made me change my mind. But, like, just being able to get Angel might have been better. Yeah, so that worked out well for us. Because they ticked up instead of the other. Plaguemare doing Plaguemare things. They just have a second Angel, though. We will be in rough shape this game. They can't really take the rest of that, because that's 10 damage. They have to at least probably chump block here. Our Knights do survive a Dustodon, which is nice. If they have another Angel, we'll have a problem. It's okay, Kevin. I don't hate you. And by I don't hate you, I mean I hate you so much. You have ruined all of my dreams. He linked me 4 inked Birds of Paradise that I thought were that I thought were betas. They were not betas. Pretty fine with that. He probably needs a chump block here. But I don't mind to trade 2 of my dudes for 2 of his dudes. I think that works out better for me. Wow, they went to 1 and they can't block the Plaguemare. So, does that... I wonder what that means. Either way, it means that we have access to drawing a Walking Ballista and just winning. Alright, well, the problem was if they drew 2 of those. So we might have to draw the Walking Ballista now. Just another land's not going to do it. And I can't attack. Again, we've drawn 9 lands and 6 spells. Hey Dong, what's up? And yet, it's if we draw Walking Ballista, it's still good enough at any point, I think. We have other good draws as well. Just Lyra's good. Angel of Sanctions is okay. The Johnny's okay. They're not good, they're okay. Guess we're taking it all? We can't really take it all, can we? Alright, we'll just double block here. And we're dead on board to these two next turn either way. So Walking Ballista's enough. We've drawn almost double the lands as them, so... Well, they can't even target my knight, so that did nothing. You know, this is a good card here. Because we have 6 extra mana. They have another binding effect we lose. Alright, we lose to that too. That's unfortunate. Just like massively flooded out. I don't think I want this. Definitely don't want any of these other things. I've watched it a little. I don't enjoy it too much. I don't think the casters are particularly great. Cut a couple of those. And he showed me things. I'm just going to try to be more aggressive. Basically want to attack every turn. This hand is so bad, I don't think I can mulligan it. It's such a tilt. Like, we flood out game 2, looks like we're going to flood out game 3. Just want to play. Is this so hard just to let us play? How many game 3s today have we played where, like, we've just not got a functionable hand, but, like, got a strong enough hand to not mulligan? Another land every draw step. Oh, look at our opponent doing things. Just not going to play the Walking Ballista. Gonna cast Lyra and then hopefully Angel of Sanctions. Hopefully it's not a cast out and they at least have to waste their turn to binding it. I'm fine with that. Yeah, just whisper me the link. I'm gonna save the Angel of Sanctions for an actual binding or something. I guess that's fine. That doesn't do too much here. Maybe I'm supposed to minus Walking Bliss on it before he can make it bigger, but... Yeah, I think I just punted that turn. I think I punted that turn pretty badly. Pretty positive I'm supposed to ping the Angel there. So now I take 8 damage and I might not be able to win because I sequenced really badly. But I take 6. He can't attack with the Fairground Wardens. Because if he does, he trades his Fairground Warding for my Walking Ballista, and I don't think that's something that he really wants to do. We literally drew a land every draw step this game except for one. Guess I have to get Lyra back. This is such a tilting way to lose, because like they're not really doing anything, but what the hell do we do when we draw 10 lands and 3 spells? It's like just horseshit. It doesn't do anything really. If they have a seal away, we still probably just lose. If they don't have a seal away, we're probably fine. Also played the wrong land last turn because I can't play Magic to save my life. I guess I attack with both of these and just be willing to die to seal away. How else do we win? Just leave this back. Can we win? We definitely die if it resolves. I guess we don't definitely die. We still have this. So this would still bring this back and I could block 2 things. Whatever. I'm not playing around seal away. Oh wow. We gained a buttload of life. Magic's being played. Uh-oh. Huh. What in the world's in their hand then? They had 3 cards and they didn't play anything. Is it just like a bunch of dusted on top effects? I don't know what's in their hand to make all of these plays right. But now they're just dead on board unless they can stop the Angels. I like how I complained a whole lot and apparently our opponent's hands are even worse than ours. Somehow? Some amazing way? I have no idea how. Yeah, I just have no idea how their hand was worse than ours. They had 3 cards in their hand, still. And they weren't playing lands every turn. It makes no sense. Like, what could it have possibly have been? I mean, I'm asking, like, what could it have possibly have been that you don't play it for multiple turns? think you still at least play the land if you have it, right? Because, like, it helps you go off later if you draw a mentor? No, if he had a Sun Cleanser, he would have played the Sun Cleanser and targeted the Walking Ballista. If he had a board wipe, he would have used the board wipe and not died. What Dong just said is clearly a joke, and honestly the most reasonable thing I can think of. It had to be just lands and he wasn't playing them. Abzan Constrictor. This is what I've been linked. This is a deck that I could play. I think the mana is sketchy, but it's something I could play. 23 lands. I don't even know what Oath of Ajani is still a Magic card. I honestly didn't know. Okay, if he did have just 7 angels, wouldn't he have just played an angel the turn before? Like, I'm not above thinking he had a bunch of angels, but isn't just playing an angel better than playing an Okecha and nothing else? Uh-oh. Scrap Heap Scrounger coming to do the nasty. Anticipate. I do not think that card's good. I think Opta's better than that card. Opta's not better than that card. In Standard, by the way. I'm just, like, running my mouth. I don't think Anticipate's very good or Opt's very good. And they missed a land drop somehow. Well, Scrap Heap Scrounger, do your thing. Yeah, Johnny is sweet. Johnny's clearly not the best card in M19 or whatever, but it's my favorite card so far. Don't you dare have a Syncopate. It's a Syncopate. Rip. I guess I'm bad at Magic. I could have played the Scrap Heap Scrounger, but I wanted to lean on him being kind of mana screwed. Because I think he's supposed to Syncopate the Scrap Heap Scrounger if we'd had it the turn before. So I thought there was a high likelihood whatever we did there was fine. Us drawing double Fatal Push versus that deck, by the way. So he either got lucky and drew two 2-mana counterspells in a row, or chose not to play one over just being able to play a Syncopate, which doesn't seem right. Be hard for the price to go up. Maybe they don't have a removal spell. Nope, JK, there's a removal spell. I'm actually going to buy back the Scrap Heap Scrounger now. That way they can't disallow it or whatever next turn, the trigger. They have removal spells. They have removal spells. Just don't want to get this trigger disallowed. So now they have a cast down, I guess? Sure. So they had 2 removal spells and 2 counter spells, and they just chose at no point. They wanted to anticipate more. I don't know why, but that just blows my mind. Like, get value out of your spell, then untap and play to anticipate if you missed a land. That's the way I look at that. Again, I'm playing this turn for the same reason I played it last turn. I want to play around them being able to disallow it back. Yeah, but it doesn't matter if they didn't have a third land. I'm saying you just use your counter spell or you use your removal spell, untap, and if you don't draw the third land, cast Anticipate during your main phase. But like guarantee yourself getting value out of the Essence Scatter or the Syncopator, whichever one it happened to be. Alright. So these are all good here. Actually, don't mind this card here either. I think all of those are bad. I don't mind these, but they're not good. They're probably better than Binding overall. But we don't want them all. We never want to draw more than one in a game, so. That scoop felt kind of early, I agree. If they didn't have anything that turn, though, I guess they're still drawing to a Contempt the following turn, which would have kept them alive at 1. I mean, we had a Contempt in our hands, so we would have stopped them from gaining life, but yeah. Oh, wow, they're a completely different deck than we thought. They just never showed us a red mana game 1. Wow. Well, I don't like how I sideboarded now that I see that they have red in their deck. I like the removal spells quite a bit more if they're playing red. I don't like Syncopates and stuff if they're playing red. It's whatever. Got him. That Faded Pools will not be attacking us, oh no. That's a pretty good hit for them. Yeah, it's the Vraska's Contempt deck. We can't say GG. They could also just like have a red man and play Glorybringer or something. We're just going to disallow it, I guess. We're going to syncopate it for 2. They could have syncopated even for 3 if I'd played the mana, so I don't hate that. I want to give them a reason to potentially not disallow. Is this Bolus? Not Bolus. This is a card we have to read. What do we got? At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent puts the top 3 cards of their library into the graveyard, and you draw a card for each land put in it that way. Well, that's not bad. It's not good. Could have took this turn to get the Planeswalker into play, but I'd rather just get the board as wide as we can and play the thing that lets us draw a card. Yeah, unlimited, it's a kill condition, right? Sweet, we drew a land, that's good for us. That's one land they can't mill. They still milled 2 lands. So they get to draw, what, 3 cards this turn with their draw step? Drawing a land really wasn't that good for us, by the way. I was just talking. The card's neat. I I wonder if I can build some deck with like that card and Fraying Sanity and stuff while there's still cards. They get a card for their turn, a draw step. They get 2 for an enchantment and 1 for their draw step, right? Yeah. Well, drawing the backup land after we drew the first land's not where we want it to be. So let's see if this resolves. If they counterspell this, we have 11 damage in play. Well, a lot more than 11 damage in play if this Johnny resolves on those. They have 5 cards in their hand. They have to have something here. Yeah, that's fair. That is definitely fair. So maybe they're going to disallow the Johnny trigger, but like then they're still dead. We have 11 on table. Maybe they're going to disallow this trigger and have a removal spell. Or maybe they have nothing. You'd think they would have used that in response to this then. This is, unless I misclick, this is not a friendly league. We will definitely double check in a second. People go a little wild when sets get released, like it's brew craziness when sets get released. Unless we misclicked, it's not a friendly league. Nope, competitive standard league. People just like to brew and try their cool cards. That's why, like at the beginning of every like set release on Moto, if you just like jam the best aggro deck, you will clean up on tokens. Like, don't try to outthink people. Just play like mono red wizards or something, and you will clean up on tokens, unless in a special case like this time when the cool card is Nicobolus, and Nicobolus is the infinite removal decks. Like, that's the one, those are the corner cases, like the exceptions to that rule. But generally, you can just slam and rock. Anyway, we have to mulligan this. We have 1 land. We have to keep this because this hand's great. Actually, just go ahead and put that on the bottom. We already have multiple 2-drops, and I'd like to be able to play 2-drop into history. Or sorry, 2-drop, yeah, 2-drop into history. I spoke rap. So this match on the draw is definitely going to be hard. What beats Nicobolus's? Better Nicobolus decks. Probably pure control decks. Alright, so they had the 1-drop, 2-drop. If they have a 3-drop, we're just dead. I guess we'll play this one then, since Scrap Heap Scrounger doesn't really do much. If they don't have Chain Whirler, this prevents a point of damage. I mean, the better Bolus decks, I think, are the best way to beat Bolus decks. I personally think Bolus is the truth, so. It's just my general opinion, doesn't mean I'm right. But I think people are going to get sick of that card really quickly. BBD, I like it. I really do just think people are going to get super sick of that card super fast. It's a pretty easy trade for me. I'm just trying to extend the game right now. I guess I should have blocked this. They hadn't showed me a black mana. That was probably a play mistake. Because of them not showing the black. I guess I'm not attacking ever, so... I'm just going to hold up to Vraska's Contempt, and if they play a Hazard or a Chandra, we can kill it. If not, we can kill the Chain Whirler. So they try to tap their mana pre-combat. They're definitely playing some kind of 4. Which means I'm just taking the 3 damage here. The control's what I've liked the most so far, or maybe like mid-range. I like to look at the blue-black mid-range deck, but I'm afraid the versions with Chandra will just beat that. Yeah, well, we feel like geniuses. Alright, it's land time. Come on, Lyra. You just have to keep us alive 4 turns, friend. No! How do you have 2 hazards? We can't beat that. Probably. Probably you just can't beat that. JK. Well, that's not good, but it is something. We now have a 6-power life-linking blocker. 6-power life-linking blocker? Please be good enough? Well, that might have been good enough, but unfortunately we can't beat any of the other stuff going on, so... We needed a blocker and utter contempt pretty bad. Something in my eye as usual. So they have 2 cards, so we're only taking 4 damage. Maybe we'll find a blocker next turn somehow. They also have a lightning strike or a shock. We're dead, but oh, well, they have a murder boat. We're dead. Nice draw, opponent. Tilt. Needed to land really bad there. So this is good here. This is good here. This is good here. These are fine here. This is fine here. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta get whatever this is out of my eye. If they draw Cropper, they have 11 points of damage attacking me, so gaining 6 life doesn't let us even survive. Maybe we could have gained 7 the last turn, but we still don't have any outs, so... Well, I guess we would have had outs. The second time, maybe okay. I don't know. They throw 2 damage at the end of a turn. And then untap and crash. Yeah. We're just dead if we attack, I think. I have to go back and do the exact math. But they're going to throw 2 damage at the end of turn. So I'm not going to be at 6. I'm going to be at 4 when they untap. And then they're attacking for 11. And I would have only gained up to 10. You got to keep in mind that they've got a card in their hand and they're 100% discarding. Yeah. I think I want to get rid of all the Johnnies. I think a Johnny's kind of cool, but I don't think it's very good in this match. Scrappy Scroungers aren't actually good in this match either, though. Maybe this card's just good enough because it kills 1/1s. One of Johnny's for the... We'd rather have this guy than the other Johnny. Yeah, I agree with Booty. I think the Plague Mare's okay. Probably not. I don't really play Modern, but I'm considering it. I am considering it. Like I've not said no, but I doubt I will. It'll depend on what the prize is. If the prize is like a dual land or something, I'll probably come. If it's like some masterpiece or cash that I have no interest in, I probably won't come. So it'll all depend 100% on what the prize is for me. Alright. This hand's pretty good here. It's like pretty bad versus Chain Whirler, but pretty good versus anything else. No Chain Whirler, please. Especially when we're like several mana away from even being able to do anything. Well, at least we're not several mana away now, we're just one. So if we draw an Isolated Chapel next turn, we're in business. I don't care about the EV so much, I just want it to be something that I'm interested in. Like, I don't like playing tournaments for cash, because if I win the cash, like, I'm just going to put it in a drawer and hold on to it forever. One time black mana, perfect draw. This is only our third game with it, but so far it seems kind of cool, even though we're struggling a little mana-wise this game. You get Chandra, you get his face. I still have that bridge sitting over here on the shelf. I should have talked you into giving me the LED. I would have at least put the LED in some EDH deck that I never planned to play. So like the EDH with the deck would have at least got use. So now they have to kill the angel, and they have to beat the board, which aren't super easy. Yeah, I have to hide my money because my mom has access to my bank account because I'm too nice, and I let her use my credit or debit card whenever she wants because she can't. She can't get her own bank account. Not to be rude, nobody needs to know that, but yeah. So long story short, I let her use my bank account for her bills and stuff like that. So I kind of like try to hide cash from her a lot, or it'll be gone. She certainly abuses it. But that's fine. I don't shuffle foils, Juka, because I shuffle really hard and I would ruin them, so like those would be kind of cool to own, but I would never use it. Our current record is 2-1 in matches and 1-1 in this game. Or 1-1 in this match, rather. Not 1-1 in this game. Rip. Yep. I said that tournament would be a bust. It had a few more people than I thought it would be, but I still stand by it was a bust because there was 0% for a local to win that event. This one doesn't seem to be as popular for some reason, so I won't say 0% this time. I just shuffle so hard. Damn it. Our cast down looking great here. That card's cute. We only have we only have 5 planeswalkers, but like most of our stuff's just 2 drops if they have removal. Like this needs to help the crew, this needs help the crew, just all of our things need help the crew. Like none of them crew on their own. Oh wow, he didn't have anything? I was really hoping he had a Chain Whirler or something there. Now I look kind of foolish. Yeah, but I plan on sideboarding out our Scroungers a ton. Plan on sideboarding out our Scroungers a ton, and I don't want to play Heart of Kieran for just the value off one thing. Alright, so we're going to lose the crap out of this game. Like, we have to draw basically exactly Fatal Push this turn to even keep playing, really? And, like, it's probably not good enough. I like how we can target this with the Fatal Push if we need to gain a little extra life. This card's kind of sweet. That's kind of cool. We get to gain more life. Now the horses have been good. I might go up to a third one of those if red's going to be popular. But the horses have been very good. Whatever blocker he plays now, we can potentially angel and then attack this. It's not a removal spell. Please no removal spell. It's kind of interesting. Could just attack and see if he chump blocks and then angel this if he doesn't. I think it gives us more information, and I think I like the idea of doing that. It's only bad versus exactly shock, I think. Huh. I don't think I want to play this. Because I think I want to save it for like a Hazard. Of course, if they had a Hazard, they would have potentially played it last turn, right? I have a lot of life, too. Screw you, Hazard. Could just be another Chandra in hand. But another Chandra in hand's not that great because we can flash back to Angel. Same thing with like a Glorybringer. More worried about a Hazard, but like a Hazard doesn't attack unless they exactly have a land. I didn't really want to play the Angel this turn, but it's just so much better with our mana, and like if we draw a 2 or 3 or 4 drop next turn, like it's just so much better to have cast Angel this turn. I think. There's the other Chandra. The problem is he can't protect this Chandra. There's nothing he can do to protect this Chandra, which is why it's not that bad for us. Oh, misclick. Player land. Steal his Fang, and then we attack the Chandra. That's not too bad. Because I certainly am not going to waste a Vraska's Contempt here. I'm going to attack, though. If they block, I'll finish it off with a Deadlands. You know, to hold on to his Contempt as long as we can for like a major threat. Exiles a creature we control. So they've had that black card in their hand this entire game. A good draw. They're hell-bent, so we can even press F6, which is the best. F6 is the best. F6 is the best. They don't deal with this card quick. It's going to take over the game. Oh, well. They have dealt with it quickly. But now that's one less answer to Lyra. I'm going to keep playing our lands because of Walking Ballista, the whole one of in our deck. So we just need to draw one big threat, and they need to draw two here. JK. Now it's probably the person who gets the threat first wins. Surprised they brought in duresses and stuff versus us. Five more turns, maybe? Wink. I think we have about as many big spells as they do. They hit first, though. It's kind of not fair. They've hit 3 this game. We've hit 0. Well, that's not true. We hit our angel. I forgot. Another solid land. Well, I thought this game was over. This game's clearly not over. Just taking the 2 damage here. There's too many things they can play that are more threatening. Think they've only drawn 1 land since the game got to me being slightly ahead. That makes the second. And one of the 2 that they got can cycle. Where I think we've only drawn 2 spells? Maybe we drew 3. I don't know. I'm going to take this too. We're pretty close to being dead now. They still have 3 cards in hand. A second Glorybringer, that's pretty much game. We can still draw a Lyra if they don't have a Doomfall / don't have a Murder Bolt. The 12th land's not going to do it. We've drawn more lands than spells again this game. Maybe they'll exert. We're going to play it just in case they exert. Them exerting is good for us. Now, as soon as they draw another black mana, the game's over. I thought this game was over. I thought we'd won. Bit of a tilt. And that's Chain Whirler. Maybe we should have left Scroungers in, but I didn't think a game would play out like this. That's a game. It's so annoying. We're 2 lands away from drawing double our opponent's lands. Just don't think you can win 12 turn games or 13 turn games. Or actually, that's probably a 14 or 15 turn game when you're drawing 50% more lands than your opponent. Hell, we drew like 80% more lands, but that's beside the point. Maybe we need another closer. Maybe we need a 3rd Lyra or something in the sideboard for those stally games. I can see that. Like maybe like just 4 big cards isn't enough. Hmm. Yeah, I wasn't reading the turns. I was just saying. 4 big cards probably just aren't enough then, I guess. I thought that match would be easy too, especially if the draw we had. Like, I literally at one point thought we'd won the game. The problem is, like, we only have 6 big spells in our deck and we have to sideboard 4 out in a match like that. Hey, it's our buddy Jabber. Be interesting to see what Jabber's playing. He'll either probably be playing red-black or, like, blue-black Bolas. If I was making just a guess based on knowing him pretty well. Those are the decks he seemed like he's been on a lot lately, but he could just be in brewing season, or could just be brewing a bunch because of the PT and all of that. I actually just want to cast the Gideon here. Mainly because he left up mana and I don't want him to get a 3 kill on the first night. Like, I want him to actually spend his time to kill the knight. I guess it doesn't matter what I want. He's going to get a 3 kill on the knight. I'll lead with this and this. So he's definitely going to kill the knight this turn unless he has like multiple removal spells, I think. Oh, wow. His hand's just horrendous, I guess. Huh. So he's playing red-black, I think. I wish he was streaming right now, but I understand why he's not streaming with the Pro Tour coming up in less than a month. I had a really strong draw. We might should have a second Gideon over the Angel. Like, I had the Angel because I thought it was like some cute card that can like close a late game, but it may just not be good enough. The Chain Whirler's pretty good. Alright, so he killed one of our things this turn, so I believe we can do this. Alright, so... Ooh, that's good. It doesn't matter what order we put them in then. Oh, we were going to win this game too, but maybe we're just not. Like, I felt really far ahead. I still feel ahead, but like I don't feel monstrously ahead anymore. I feel like the game can go either way depending upon his hand. Don't think he can race. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to leave a black mana up for exactly Glorybringer in that spot. another Chandra. And he hit a removal spell. That's sick. That's just sick. Can't attack. We might have to draw like running walking ballistas here. One might not even be good enough anymore. He didn't play a land, so I assume it's just a removal spell. Still don't think I have an option. I think I have to attack the Chandra. We're just going to die to the ultimate. Think it's better to attack Chandra in this face for specifically what we just said. If he attacks, I'm going to be super scared. I'm going to attack it again because he can't tick it down and kill the knight. He's got to tick up again. Scrap Heap Scrounger's good. Played a land, second Scrap Heap Scrounger, and a Chain Whirler. Okay. Well, that was a bunch of stuff. I really thought this game was over. Now, I don't think we have much of a chance. I mean, we can still just hit Lyra. Lyra's probably good enough. I like the fact that we've both played 12 turns and only taken like 7 minutes total. Wilmot Courier's strong. Gets to cycle it. Or he gets to save it as a blocker to make sure that Deshandra doesn't die. That could be good enough. It could definitely be good enough. Us getting another land's not good here. Just attack his head now because he's got to deal with both of these to not be dead. And like I say, he minuses on one of them and just plays one blocker. We can draw a removal spell and win. Or now that we've got him at 2 life, we can draw a walking ballista and win. We die to a lightning strike this way, but we don't win any other way. Yeah, walking ballista time. Definitely thought that game was over. Thought we'd won it easily. The sideboard the exact same way. I don't know where I messed up that game. I had to have messed up somewhere. I honestly feel like we were just too far ahead not to win. I don't exactly know what I did wrong, but I know that I had to have done something wrong. I definitely want a third angel. There's been like so many of these games where if we just draw an angel, we probably win. Maybe even a third walking ballista. We can probably get rid of this thing. It's not been very good. But it should probably be a Lyra Gideon or a Walking Ballista. I'm not going to mulligan it, but it's like clearly really bad. If it's a Beaumont, I kill it. If it's not a Beaumont, I won't. Just going to play it. I've not been getting paired versus many red deck wins decks. Like, I don't think Authority is particularly good versus the red-black decks. I could be wrong about that. Maybe it's better than I think it is versus these red-black decks. Well, drawing 3 lands and a spell when we keep this opener is not how we win a game. I think I'm going to Binding that one. Save the Contempt. Nope. I'm clearly an idiot. Clearly an idiot. Should have just slammed the Contempt at the end of turn in case we drew Lyra, I guess. Maximum punished. I deserve to get this kind of punished, but he would have got to killed if it was in play either way, so it didn't change too much. The Lyra was dead either way because we've only drawn 1 other creature this game. I'm going to keep playing my lands. That means he's got multiple Hazards. You're not what we need versus multiple Hazards. Or he thinks Chandra's better than Hazard, I don't know which. I expect it's just another Hazard, though. It is another Hazard. Yeah, well. Lyra versus Hazard, the age-old duel. Both Hellbent as well. Well, we were. I mean, he drew a card for his turn, but... This says opponent, right? Yeah. We'll just slam it. This thing is being cast specifically to prevent 5 damage. JK, not preventing 5 damage. Exerting though, so we're like taking 1,000,000. Oh, that was about as good a draw as somebody could get here. So we go back to 10. We have a lethal attack next turn, and like a Glorybringer doesn't even save him. Oh wow, we top deck so good there. I actually like this new standard a lot, Andy. There's like a lot of interesting cards to try, and the matchups seem pretty swingy. I've been a big fan of it. I don't know if I'm playing it particularly well. Alright, if he's got that many creatures, I wonder if it's okay to bring in Duresses here. Sorry, that many spells. I don't know why I said creatures. Suspended Archangel is actually just not very good. I wonder if I can shave one land down to 24 on the draw. Probably not. I'm probably just going to have to do without the Duresses. Stopping him from getting a Chandra seems insane, though. I don't know how good Plague Mare is in this match. I think it's better versus the other red deck. Alright. One Duress. Let's get there, Duress. You do Duressy things. Oh god, I gotta play 2 more matches and I want it to be... Oh, sorry, I gotta play 1 more match and I want it to be done by 4, so it seems like we're going to be done on time. And then we're going to go eat a mess load, and it's going to be wonderful. Ooh, can I keep the no black mana hand that has all the cards we want? Probably not. It was better than this hand, right? Guess I'll keep it because I'm on the play. Hey Alex, thanks for the follow. So Jabber chose to draw this game. That's kind of interesting. Hey Powder. So we mulliganed on to play in a hard match. That's probably going to be too much for us. I don't want to say... Oh my god. Did I just do that? I just did that. Well, I should have attacked too because if he just has Chain Whirler, I can't even block. He's going to have Chain Whirler or some removal spell. I can't believe I just made this punt. So if I played History last turn, I could have played this turn. Oh my god, I am such a trash cannon. I'm such a trash can. I'm so bad at Magic. We've been in such a better spot. I'm actually just going to take this one because I don't want him to shrink the Angel. And I'm willing just to block this guy. And this thing will shut that guy down anyway. Probably just taking 3, by the way. That was so bad, though. How good would turn 3 History, turn 4 Malice have been? And then turn 5, the Angel. That was so bad. Oh. Sometimes I get frustrated when I'm such an idiot. He would have been able to use the Braid on this Knight of Malice, and I would have chump blocked with the other Knight, but like we would have a higher life total. So we'd be up a higher life total, and we'd be down a Knight of Malice. Maybe our misplays worked out for us. I'm not sure. I don't think they worked out for us. I think I'm just an idiot. I'm like sitting here like trying to grasp at straws like, I made a terrible play. No, I'm just bad. Oh wow, he had a murder boat? That was a long time to think about a murder boat, which means very bad things for us, I believe. Like if he can think that long on that play, that means he had that many options and we're in serious trouble. We are definitely in serious trouble. Alright, I think we're dead. By the way, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I could have flashed back Angel right there, but my head's just not in the game now, and I'm making a lot of stupid plays. Hey, Schmutzly, thank you for the follow. Wow. No, I'm just playing bad now. So I went from playing bad to recognizing I played bad to playing worse. This is what tilt looks like. Just keep spiraling out of control and making worse and worse mistakes. They hit another land. That's not good for us. We can't even really block. I mean, we have to throw the knight away with a chump block. This Angel of Sanctions doesn't seem like it does anything. I'm not casting the Angel of Sanctions pre-combat because I can't attack with the knights anyway because of murder boats. I have to respect the murder boat and not attack. And I'm not 100% sure I'm even going to pick the Chain Whirler. I'm taking the Soul Scar Mage for the exact same reason. I'm playing around like a murder boat or a Chandra coming down or like a Glorybringer or whatever. Because if I take the Chain Whirler and then he kills this dies, and this gets a counter. So if I do it this way, additional Chain Whirlers aren't good, and if he kills the Angel, he doesn't get the trigger. Him not getting the trigger is better for us, I think. Alright, now that one's actually slightly interesting. That one does some things. So do enough things? Could just play it as 2. Going about our day, that way I can attack for an extra. Or not attack for an extra, but like potentially block that rather. Casting both the spells seems okay though. Wonder what the right block is when he attacks. It's probably just Knight of Malice, right? You know, even if he has a removal, sorry, it's not a grace, but because if he has a removal spell for the Knight of Malice, we can still finish it off with the Walkie Bee. Settle's a card that we could potentially have in our sideboard. Something to think about. Well, that's a card. Let's start with this and see what happens. Attack for the 2 first strikers. I do want to try that list at some point. There's a couple of life gain lists that I really want to try. So even if he blocks like this, I only lose 1 counter here. I think I'm fine with that overall. horse is a horse, of course, of course. So the Shield Mare is not a bad magic card here. Be very interested to see what's left in his hand. So he has no other creature in his graveyard right now. He's at 9. How does this read? An opponent controls, so I can't gain to 3 life. I think I have to block with 1. So we need to draw a Contempt now. Extra land's not the worst thing. Angel of Sanctions. That's a thing. That's a thing. I don't want to attack with the Knight of Grace as well because I'm afraid I'm just going to die this turn. Like, he can just chump block and, like, have a lot of things that would kill us, like a Glorybringer. We don't die to a Glorybringer if we just make this attack. I've played this game horrendous, though, I think. Alright. I like the fact that we left a first striker up to block the scrap heap this turn. If he just doesn't draw another land, we get to win because he's not playing spells, I think. But maybe I'm wrong. I played this game horrendous. I don't even deserve to win. I mean, I'll take it if we get it because it's a pity chest, but like I don't deserve it. I've drawn really, really well. Like, top decking that Angel there was, quite frankly, probably the best card in our deck because he probably has a Murder Boat or something at this point, but like it just provides so many problems. Like a Chandra's not good. He dies if he has a Chandra, if that's all he has. He dies if all he has is a Murder Bolt. Shield Mare was great. Being able to gain that 3 life was insane. We need another Lyra, Angel of Sanctions, getting Walking Ballista, and Shield Mare into 75, I think. Exile a creature I control. Gotta be the Shield Mare? I think he's dead. Could have a Magma Spray, I guess. I think we're insuranced against a Magma Spray here. Because even if he has a Magma Spray, we can finish that off with first strike if it gets bigger, because he has to target this with the Magma Spray. Because if he like targets the Knight with the Magma Spray, we just attack for free, put a counter on this and win. So if he Magma Sprays this, we just throw another counter at that and we do the 2 and then we first strike it and we attack for 5. So like a Magma Spray itself doesn't do anything here. like a shock or magma spray, that type of effect doesn't do anything. Guess he could have a land and a second magma spray. Alright. So, what's he targeting with that? So that's now a 4. We're going to finish that off with first strike and attack for 5. I think we played around the potential magma spray well. I think I played that game really, really bad, though. Like, I made quite a few blatant mistakes. Oh. Wow, I got a host. I have 71 viewers? What the hell? It does not tell me I got a host, so I'm confused. Like, I see the buttons host for 7, that's the only host on my screen. Oh, he said I may or may not have had 3 glory bringers in my hand. He was like, okay. I love Jabber. Logan's good people. I'm glad he's on the Pro Tour, but I'm sad that we don't get to see him stream because of it. Or maybe he's been streaming while I've been asleep. I don't know. He could be streaming during the day and me just not know. I've had a really weird sleep schedule this week. But anyway, we got lucky. Oh, well, I guess he's gone. It's not letting me send a message to him, so we're just gonna go to details and move on. But no, Jabber's good people. Like, he's so smart. If anybody's not watched his stream, they 100% should go follow him and watch him anytime he's on. And cheer him on at the Pro Tour, too. I wonder who his team is for the Pro Tour. Does he have to play with the people that he top 4'd the Grand Prix with? I don't know. Not that it's bad to play with those people. Link his stream. I can link his stream. We'll keep this hand. It's kind of weak. If you hear background noise while I'm getting this link, I apologize. I don't know if he's streaming right now or the Pro Tour's coming up, but like, people should follow him for just later if he's not. I like the list so far. We need to make some changes. We need a little bit more top end. We've had a few games where like both us and our opponents have like traded resources back and forth and traded creatures back and forth and been in a top deck situation, and like just drawing a 2/2 for 2 in a top deck situation is not going to win. But other than that, I've really liked the list. Other than that, I've loved the list. Oh, is he trophy leader right now? I knew he had 3. I didn't know he was leading. Well, it means he's got 2 since the last time I looked. That's sick. Oliver's doing really good too, and he's been playing Blueback Bolus. Well, like I said at the beginning, like the way our deck's currently tuned, I do not think we're going to be particularly good versus blue-white decks, and that's one of the reasons I've been playing this deck, or am attempting to play this deck, is simply because there's not been blue-white decks in the meta that I've saw. Like, we've got paired versus 1 since M19, so we just have to suck it up and take our loss. And it's not 100%, like, we have some tools post-board. We have, like, some Duresses and Rune Mares and Bloodfasts, or sorry, Duresses, Rune Raiders, and Bloodfasts, but, like, we're clearly not a favorite in this match. Is he considering not counterspelling that? He took a long time to counterspell that. That's just weird to me. I kind of just want to jam this. But I won't. I'll just play a creature. I've tried Karn in these builds quite a few times, and all the Karns ever do for me is gain me mana. I think Karn is a bad magic card unless you're actively using the -2. And in the current build, we only have 4 Scrap Heap Scroungers, and we only have 2 Walking Ballistas, so we don't get much value from the -2. A couple people have asked about the Heart of Kirin, and the majority of the reason that I'm not playing the Heart of Kirin is because I'm going to sideboard out these Scrap Heap Scroungers in a lot of matches, and if I'm sideboarding out the Scrap Heap Scroungers, then I would also need to sideboard out the Heart of Kirins, because our Knights are all just 2 power things, and they're too hard to crew a Heart of Kirin unless you have everything going for you, you know? By everything, I mean, like, you know, if you have multiple Knights out, or like a Knight of a Knight of Malice plus like a History. If you have like those type of effects out, like, you're probably winning those games anyway. So it feels like a win more card in the early part of the game. But it may not be. Maybe I'm just supposed to have it. But a couple people have asked it, but that's the thought process that I've had behind not having it. That doesn't mean I'm right. That's just the my thought process. I can easily just be wrong. Which this thing gave it vigilance. I assume there's going to be a silhouette here. Yeah. But I think this matchup's pretty miserable. They just have a settle. We're pretty SOL. Card's actually kind of interesting. Gives us a second way to beat that if he does have a settle. It's kind of a weird spot because if I attack both and he just has a cast down, so like I have to play around cast down or settle here. I can't play around both. I guess I can do this pre-combat and then just try to attack his head if this resolves. And I'm now not going to play around settle because he could just have like a fumigate or something. And we're not going to win by attacking for 2 a turn. And to answer your question about the Resplendent Angel, it's probably a mistake. It was just kind of a fun of. It's not been very good. It will 100% get cut if I rerun. It'll either get cut or I'll play more. Like, I think it as a one of has felt pretty bad, but like maybe it as a I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I'm just not talking very well. Maybe if we relied on it more and we're like playing several of them, maybe it would be better. But as a one of, it's just really underperformed, and I would rather it have been a second Gideon, a third Walking Ballista, a third Lyra, or like the first Angel in the main deck, or first Sanctions in the main deck. Like any of those would be preferable over it. Maybe even a cast down. But probably one of the threats. I kind of don't want to walk into another settle with the Walking Ballista, so I guess we're just going to hold the Walking Ballista back. Yeah, the Gideon was really good. So how many lands does that put us up to? 6, 10, 11. So it's right to play this land now because I could just draw a land next turn. 4, 10, 11, yeah. If we draw land next turn, we get that. They get to flip Das Canta now, though, and that's where things start to really spiral out of control. But if they just brick one turn, we're in okay shape. This is not bricking one turn, by the way. This is casting a spell. It looks like a fumigate, too. And then they chose not to play it. That just confuses me. Maybe it was a cast down. They were going to play it in response, or maybe they were just bluffing. I don't have any idea. My name's a Johnny. Hear me roar. I would have rather that have been a land, but... Alright, well, I'm not going to play around the third settle. They can hit a silhouette or something here too. Blink of the eye is not that good for them. I mean, it's good, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like it's, oh, they had a settle anyway. The third settle is going to get you when you're at a creature deck. Almost all of the time. Boom. Wait, why did it give me a menu to use settle? That seems wild. Alright, well, this game's over. We would have to draw another Walking Ballista and they'll not have a counterspell at this point. Because we've not even drawn a knight, so we can't use this yet. Not had any mana issues yet at all. We had one game where we drew like 3 white mana, but like the deck played with just 3 white mana because there's so few black mana spells in the deck. I've saw some people, yes, you can plus without targets. I've saw some people not playing to contempts and playing cast outs in that spot, which might be better, but like I'm super afraid of like weird like Nicoboluses and things. I don't know. The cast outs may just be better. We can, but that Johnny comes back as a 0/0. It goes straight to the battlefield. Gonna attack the Teferi here. He's got a blink of the eye that we already know about, so we know this isn't going to do anything. So he's got a blink of the eye and that. That's unfortunate. Yeah, if it gave you the option to put it in play or your hand, how sick would that have been? So we're going to negate this. Next turn they can blink to Johnny and or disallow it. I don't think they should blink now. Like you're under no pressure. Just wait and get your card. Just wait and get your card. You're under no pressure. I think that bounce was about as loose as it comes. I think I'm willing to concede this game now. I don't know. We'll keep playing. We have... I didn't even tick up a Johnny, by the way. Pull from tomorrow for like 1 million. Alright, I'd take it back. We done. Didn't even tick up a Johnny. Yeah, I've liked the 4 Johnny. Alright, so we're going to bring in you. We're going to bring in you. We're going to bring in you. We're going to get rid of the bad removal spells, which are definitely you. And then I'm not 100% sure what we're going to get rid of. Probably going to cut at least one of you. Could just cut the Lyras. The Lyras are like kind of bad. No, yeah, yeah, no dressers. We only have 3 too. Wait, what? I'm confused. Yeah. Um. So, what other 2 cards do we not want? We could just try 2 contempts, but I'm afraid that they're going to have their own Lyras, which is why I kind of want the 3rd contempt. Oh, not seeing, yeah. Well, they weren't in our main deck. They were in our sideboard. I think we're just going to be as threat heavy as we can be. Yeah, we're not running cast out. We're running contempts instead, which could potentially be wrong. Oh god, this hand. Oh, cast down! I didn't see my stupid cast down. Oh my god, that was so bad. So this cast down should definitely be a Lyra or a contempt. Either way, we'd have to mulligan the hand, but alright, this hand's a keep. It's not very good. Not drawing one of our 12 2-drops or one of our 4 duresses, so one of our 16 2-mana plays is like pretty brutal. That's the best card in our deck in this match, so that's nice. Yeah, but it was still stupid of me. I don't like having 80 people watch me be an idiot. We need less people watching when I'm being an idiot. I'm going to go with the history and try to get some pressure on them, but... So they did have Lyra, so I guess I do want the contempt back. So they're going to counterspell whatever we play here. If they don't have a seal away, or like a blink or something. Not 100% sure which one is better for me to let them counter. I think I'm going to play this one because I feel like it's just going to get counterspelled. And they have to spend their mana on the next turn. So if they have to spend their mana on the next turn, then we get to resolve a Rune Raider. Oh wow, well they can't spend their mana this turn. So no fumigate one time, fam. Well, they don't have the white mana or they wouldn't have got rid of the settle. Alright, let's quickly fix my mistake that I just made in front of like 80 people. Like 5 people left when I made that mistake, by the way. Is it bad that now that I've saw Lyra or their own Lyra that I almost want a that I almost want a 4th contempt over our own Lyra? Like drawing 2 contempts early is so bad though. But not drawing a contempt if they have a Lyra means we just lose, so. Alright, this hand's about as easy keep as I've ever had. We have best card again. Hey, Violated Flame, thank you for the follow. Sorry I don't have any cool alerts. I'm an idiot. I'm just going to play this one. It's the one that can attack for 3 even if the other one doesn't resolve. It's also the one that he's more likely to cast a Seal Away on and then us resolve a Rune Raider. Well, I'm not allowed to have anything I want, am I? I guess I'm going to play... I think I'm about still just playing Rune Raider. Yeah, I'll only bring it in versus the control matches. I kind of still just want to play Rune Raider. I think there's no chance that it resolves, though. So I'm going to bring in my worst threat. Because I want to play something this turn. I don't think whatever I play this turn resolves. Hopefully we draw an untapped land. That way we can at least resolve one of these next turn no matter what. We did not draw our land. Well, that's unfortunate. Them untapping and getting to fairy when we don't have another land is like a recipe for us to easily lose. Well, I wasn't going to be able to use the mana for the Bloodfast, is why I didn't go for it. Like, I think the Bloodfast was the better spell, but it's only the better spell if we can leverage the mana. So, if we're having to use the mana every turn to draw a card and we're not able to play our spells, I would rather just have a 3-power bro. But like this turn, I can play double spell, or if this resolves, I can draw a card. But I didn't want to be locked into next turn just like drawing a card and doing nothing. Alright, so they're down to one card. They have double negate. They respect my deck more than I respect my deck, I think. I think this is kind of interesting. I think they're basically showing that they either have a pull for tomorrow or another counterspell. And if they have another counterspell, or if they have a pull and a counterspell, I want them to use the counterspell. So I'm going to show them the Rune Raider first and then play the Walking Ballista post. Like, maybe that's just wrong. Like, I don't want them casting pull from tomorrow. It's kind of an interesting turn too, I think. So they still have 3 cards because they drew an extra card. So they about have to have Seal Away. Or sorry, Settle. I don't know why I said Seal Away. It potentially could. I'm just not going to cast anything. I'm happy if the Walking Ballista is just putting a counter on right now, I think. I think that gives them the least amount of turns, and I feel like they have to do something before we have to do something. So we're putting them in a spot to where the Knight of Malice is now lethal. That sucks, man. Yeah, there are a lot of jerks on Magic Online. That's one of the unfortunate things about Magic Online. So even if they have the answer for this, there's a good chance that we get to resolve the Rune Raider now. And we assume that they'll have an answer. Well, that wasn't ideal. And we have another lethal threat because of that. They have 1 card left in their hand. So we commit and we draw a bunch. That's not bad for us because of Walking Ballistas being in our deck. Or us being able to draw a Duress. They have to have exactly Seal Away now. And if they have Seal Away, they're going to die to the Walking Ballista. Alright, so it looks like we're going to beat a very tough match. Did they not hit a land off of that draw 7 outer? It actually made me attack with it? That's kind of weird. I don't know. Alright, well, we went 4-1 with the list. The only deck we lost to was a red-black list that I thought we were going to win one of the games that we lost. I thought we were definitely going to win. One of the games we lost, we didn't actually get to play Magic, I don't think. But then we won versus a red-black deck that also didn't get to play Magic versus us, so like it kind of evened out. But yeah, we've definitely noticed some things in the deck list that have to be changed. That's going to be it for me playing Magic today, but I am going to look at the deck list and make some changes to it, I think. The Shield Mare overperformed. Actually, I'm just not going to make the changes to it right now, but the one thing, 100% cutting this card. That's the only 100%. Potentially can cut the cast down, but I kind of like having the 5th early removal spell for the red-black matches and the stomping matches. So for the card we just counted or cut, I definitely want it to either be a Walking Ballista, a Lyra, a Gideon, or an Angel of Sanctions. And I want a 3rd Lyra into 75 somewhere. I don't know if I want it main deck though. I think I just want it in the sideboard. Which means the Angel might be better for the main deck. The Angel of Sanctions. I just don't know if I want another 5th draw. So the entire game, he kept telling me that I was an idiot because I was telling him what I was doing with activated abilities. Keep in mind, it's a cocker trap, blah, blah, blah. I beat him 2-0, and he told me I played like ass, and I got lucky. Yeah, man, a lot of people just have no manners or whatever. It's like it makes them feel better to try to make other people feel bad. And that's not cool. But anyway, my League of Legends matches are on LCK Korea. BBQ and Jag and the MVP versus KZ tonight. So the 2 last place teams. So we gotta find somebody to host. Oh wow! Well, we found somebody great to host. We're gonna host our friend Ruby. Everybody go say hello to Ruby. He'll be so happy if you say hello to Ruby. He's playing Grixis Control, so go get your Nicobolas fixed in. But thank you guys so much for stopping by, and thank you for the resub, and thank you for all the follows. Take care, everyone.